recording is now started for that of the day, even though for most people, when we do this, they're not going to understand. We're going to be technically already started, but not fully. Mostly just because we did some shopping beforehand. But either way, we're back today with today's episode of Runarcana Arcane, or not sorry, not Arcane. Runarcana, your story. I believe. Let me check real quick, but I believe we're on episode 19. Yes, we're on episode 19. We're getting pretty farther in the story, I'd say. Getting pretty much more into the depths of what, uh, at least that of the pits of a Ionian or Doxin, if not both, arena pits could give or offer here. But we had left off at a weird spot last time, which I will be going into further at sooner or later. Before I do, I will give everybody here a chance today to gain that of an inspiration. Not for that of a recap of what happened last time, instead of an in between of the fact that everyone got their level up. What did you do? Slash, or how did it happen? In what way or shape form would you say you've attained that of your level up through that of basically last session to this session?
Uh, may I start?
Anybody may?
Thank you. Given how the tournament went so far with Snorri missing more shots than she would like to admit, um, she used the downtime after the latest fight to hone her own skills, effectively, especially training on her runic skills that is of course her magic and powers some of her special arrows. And during this training and sheer willpower, she managed to achieve the redirection, which is the feature she got with her level up.
All right. I'll take it. Anybody else?
For Core, the way he gained his level up effectively through the amount of magic he used and everything during the fight, due to him being what is effectively a sorcerer, meaning his magic is innate to his biology and everything. He just basically has been gaining more experience and training and deepening his connection to his magic, much like a muscle getting stronger the more you work it out, and which has led to him gaining his fourth level spell slot and new spell.
Power naturally surging throughout that of through that of rest between combat. I get you. Anybody else?
Sure. Oh, when someone else want to go, I'll leave it up.
You go ahead.
Yeah, not gonna be too long because I didn't even get that much in my level up this time actually.
You get like a new level or level spell or something?
I think I get a new slot in one I already have, but I don't think I go to a new higher level.
I think at ninth level you get fifth level. I'm not sure.
Let me see. I don't think it went to fifth, but I definitely leveled it up. I don't know if I have fifth. Maybe I do have. Let me see.
I
Okay,
vaguely remember.
Okay, yeah. So, all I'd gotten was a higher level, and like most of the time, Melis does level up. He generally finds some time to get alone and get away from a lot of things to a more secluded area and kind of meditate and try to speak with Nagakaboros as he can. Normally, one to reaffirm himself and his faith and everything. So he tries to do that. And then another is to see if she has anything for him, any new missions that she suddenly wants him to start doing, or anything, or any blessings she might want to give.
Who in
In most
specific
cases,
was it again?
What'd you say?
Who in specific was it again?
Oh, I'm praying to Nagakaboros.
Okay.
Yeah. Or any blessings or anything she might want to give, and he uses the time to just kind of keep himself more in tune with her, to learn to channel her powers that she has gifted him better, and that's generally how he progresses and gets his spells. So it's nothing too serious, but most of the time he spends his level up always trying to find some time to meditate with Nagakaboros.
During your time of meditation, at least as that of recent time, you do feel an uh, additional kind of almost cold like breeze that kind of shivers down your spine a little bit. Not quite too sure on what it is, but any omen's a bad omen, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well then. Okay. All right. We will have to look into that.
Zutart? Are you there?
He's dead. The internet demons got him.
Gone already. Julie, you want to give one?
Repetition. Chuli's just gonna practice what he knows. Just stick to the basics and the fundamentals. He's almost back in his element in a place like this, so probably a mix of being home in Ionia and being familiar with the pits. He probably would have been just training with a little more focus, just seeing what works, seeing what feels natural with this fancy new spear of his, and just picking up a new technique in the process.
I'm guessing also recalling his dance fighting with his idol, excluding the mental memory of him being puked on at the end.
Oh yeah, like like running into a war hero and getting effortlessly dunked on while they're not in a in a suitable state. Definitely motivating.
You mean drunk on Everclear?
I said nothing. In either case, Julie, I was gonna ask you at the end. Did you decide? Did you figure out what you want to do there?
With my what? Sorry.
Did you figure out what you wanted to do there for that of your scar?
Yes, I have. I want it to be like a big sort of cleave in one of his shoulders that runs down his collarbone, and then the scar just kind of spirals outward so that the bottom halves of it kind of look like a snowflake from a frostburn.
Cool. You gain +1 in badassery, and -1 in probably frostburn. But
excellent.
Who knows, whatever that might mean. How visible is the scar?
Quite visible, I'm gonna imagine, given the force of the swing. I'm gonna say quite visible.
And it's
so we're talking like,
and it's where again?
So I'm thinking, how would he? So he would have. So Chuli's left shoulder, basically like along the shoulder blade, down the collarbone.
Understood. It's almost like a little, I don't want to say not like a lightning strike, but it's almost like it creates a small little design on its own afterwards.
Yeah.
So for visibility, are we talking like Zuko Ice-Scar level?
Oh, definitely bigger. I think like it was a barbarian with a big ass cleaver.
Well, I mean, in terms of like I'm meaning in terms of like how bad the scar is. Is it like
Oh,
that
yeah.
level of pink? Is it like that level of pink-ish, or is it like you got a light cut and it's like you can kind of tell if you look at it?
I'm thinking it's definitely kind of like almost tan with like a reddish outline to it.
Mm.
Nice. Zutark, you there?
Yep.
What how you doing? What'd you do?
Well, probably eventually waking up from his nap. He'd probably be angrily working out to get warmed up again. Probably smacking around some test dummies somewhere to get his maul all nice and worn a little bit.
You get yelled at here
Yes.
and there for breaking some dummies.
Yeah. Just letting out some angry frustrations from getting punched into knockout.
Understand?
Yeah. Yep, he's ready to go.
He said his own repetition is his own anger. His own anger reflects it to the fact that he's pumped himself up for whatever may happen next. Considering the fact that you probably will be having that of another fight coming up, essentially, as I'd assume that you would want that of a redemption match. Not specifically to the same person, but just a redemption match in general, as you could earn money off of that of the redemption match, unlike the previous matches, what you were doing, which you were pretty much trying to get to the prize.
Yeah.
Um,
He's definitely looking to try to blow off some steam after being embarrassed in the ring.
no, I get you. With that being said, though, everybody can get that of their inspiration today, if you if you didn't already. Uh, going going forward into today, where we kind of brush past that of the of the pretty much win of of the whatever name that you guys always give your guys random selves as a group. uh basically basically guaranteeing you that of a talk, at least with that of the boss himself, if you would so want. um though the champion fight would definitely bring you guys up into trying to win that of the prize as well. In either case, and in how either way you do it, uh we are going to go through something here. Uh, everybody here, did you guys remember? I'm pretty sure everybody pretty much chose the same thing. They took that of their short rest last time, I believe. So I believe everybody this time can get that of their long rest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we made sure to because we were pretty okay after the first fight outside of HP loss. So it was basically just we went short rest because after the second round, which we definitely needed after Chula got punted into the floor, needed that of a long rest to recover stuff. Also, spell slots were used, so turned out to be very useful.
All right. So, uh, with that all going on, as you guys have pretty much gotten some of your shoppings done, I'd say in that meantime, kind of prepped yourselves up for whatever may happen next. Got your pretty much uh long rest in. We are going to start back up where we had left off of last time, except we are going to be doing a little bit of a more of an explanation as on the other side here. If I can just pull up this. As last time we had left off, you guys being that of Chuli and Snorri going to that of this dream, which you would only guess to be like some type of dreamscape area. Uh, the thing is, we look back real quick onto Snorri's side, where Snorri proceeds into that of her own dream at the start. Her own dream, unfortunately, never being that of a kind one, being essentially that of a nightmare. Story, what type of dream trauma nightmare that you think that you'd be having at the moment?
It would certainly being back at the Howling Abyss, where Snorri had been trying to get a good look at the Frost God, and having the flashback towards her first nightmare of the Watchers. So basically, being in a dark, purplish pit with giant eyes just staring. And having this void feeling of anything.
As you look towards that of this unknown feeling, unending nerve, you hear that of the whispers, almost as if there was darkness looming over that of your own mind. And the further and further you try to pull, the more and more you hear that of the whispers become that of like loud, like very loud whispers, I'd say. Um, and as you proceed on trying to maybe even potentially get out of this situation in any shape, way, or form, you know, as a nightmare, there's never an escape. Yet, for some reason, you see that of a white like door appear in front of you.
Being cowered down, putting up the hands over her head and covering her ears, I tried to block out the whispers, trying to shut my eyes from the piercing gaze of whatever is staring. But as the door manifests, it is a blinding light, but at the same time, she knows that it is a way out from whatever this is, because, of course, light is the opposite of whatever void is surrounding her. So she makes a run for it and tries to reach the door.
You run, reach the door. You feel as if your head hurts a little bit, like a small bit of a migraine, as you pull open the door and go, as you pretty much, no, I'd say it's more of a push. You push open that of the door and pretty much feel like you fall in. Not exactly sure how or what you fall into. You start to hear something after a few moments, after a few blinks, after like your vision becoming blurred at first, becoming now being able to see around, as you will hear that of what seems to be like a crowd almost cheering or yelling, some even screaming bloody murder, while others screaming uh great how great and awesome this is. And you see that of the plethora of people around watching down and towards that of what seems to be a more heavily designed Noxian pit. Looking down, you see that of Chuli proceeding to fight. And for some reason or another, you would even think to wave over to him. Maybe it's just to announce your presence, maybe it's just to see if he's actually there. For whatever reason, you wave over to him as he sees as he smiles and continues on until the darkness takes over and you guys end up here into that of this dreamscape, which then leads you both to finding that of Mr. Root. Great little guy. If I can just look back up. Quick second. So, you guys find that once again, Mr. Root here, as I can't really do the voice extremely well, but obviously it's going to sound more on the I'd say child side, more of like a little kid trying to speak to you guys. Very innocent sounding, uh very innocent sounding, very like no thoughts behind it, like no thoughts behind the words kind of deal. Like this. There we go. As he goes, well, are you two like dead, right?
I did. I kind of look at Snorri. I'm like, did we lose? I thought we won. What? I mean, I remember blacking out at least twice, but nothing hit you. Did they get up? Or did I miss something?
Not that I know of. The last thing I remembered was falling asleep in my room. So, unless someone has poisoned my drink, I'm pretty sure I'm still alive.
I don't know. That's something that usually people that think they're probably alive but actually are dead usually say.
No. I can't be dead yet. I have still a purpose to fulfill. I need to warn my people from the Frost God. I need to find out what the Frost God is doing. I can't die yet.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I can at least tell you, it's pretty nice here. But it's okay. Everybody goes at some point. Well, I will say though, it is a little bit weird. Because usually I don't see them like you. Well, either of you. As he points over to, kind of like you can see on the picture, that a bunch of other blue-like sprites that are kind of floating around, just all about, emanating that of their own blue-like aura. See, they usually come like that, but you guys are kind of like weird and fleshy. Really fleshy, honestly. But somehow not like a ghost fleshy. You guys ghosts?
This must be some weird dream we're having.
I mean, it's I mean, I'll be honest. Things like this happening at home They happen. Don't tend to happen to me very often. What's your name, little guy? How long have you been here?
Oh, I don't know. But my name is Mr. Root. I feel like I've been here for ages, ages, and ages, and
Yeah,
ages,
we get that.
and ages, and ages,
Oh dear
and
God.
ages. Man, I forgot
Okay,
how
look.
many ages it's been. Am I in double digits
Look,
yet? Ages,
probably.
ages.
Two more.
Snorri looks at Julie with like a worried gaze. Perhaps the little guy lost it.
Wait,
okay.
does that mean you guys are old? Or are you guys young? Wait, what's it like to be young?
Oh, it's fantastic, frankly. I feel very nimble.
Nimble? What's that like? Wait, what's it like to feel nimble? What's it like to feel?
Oh, Julie's just gonna crack his knuckles and stretch out and be like, "Oh no, it's like you can do this," and then just look down and see the scar on his collarbone, like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
Shit.
you didn't take too well on the sword. They patched you up, but it's not perfect.
Man, if that's
Excellent,
what your
wonderful.
soul looks like, then you're pretty concerned for you.
For goodness sake, I'm here trying to fake my death, and here I am becoming more distinctive.
Yeah, you should really choose who your friends and your enemies are. It really helps.
But what are you doing in my dream anyway? Or am I in yours? Or
A dream?
what is this place exactly?
Are we in a dream? I thought I was dead. Wait,
This is making
maybe
my head
I'm
hurt.
dreaming and you're actually here. That means I'm dead and this was all made believe. Right? Anyways, I'm getting a kind of I'm getting a tingle.
A tingle.
He just looks you straight with like this soulless, like no eye holes, of a creature. It just goes, I got a tingle.
And what's that tinkle meaning, doing, whatever it is?
He just looks at you for a good like solid 30 seconds. No words, just eye contact to no eye contact.
Are you alright? Do you have any parents here?
Okay, I'll do it.
What?
Oh, it was my tingle. I gotta do something now. You follow me. You also follow me. Points to like both of you.
Do Ionians usually have like spicy herbs that make you see things that are not real?
Well, I wouldn't
Julie?
know. Oh, that's fine. He's not there, it's fine.
He's right back.
You guys will assumably though then carry on, and he kind of like he doesn't like reach out to hold your hand. He more so reached out to be like, follow me, as he kind of just proceeded to start to walk over and jump over that of what seems to be almost when I say celestial like ponds, I just mean they emanate like that of a blue like essence as you look down into the rivers, seeing that of more spirits, spirits or wisps, whatever you would think these blue creatures are, swimming through that of the rivers and ponds here, as this little guy proceeds on over that of those rivers, uh over it's not over, but walking on that with a bunch of different treeways and different types of terrain, leading pretty much that of what feels like a good 10, 15, 20, 30 minute walk. You couldn't really even tell um between the different things you had to pretty much kind of like do to get here. But strangely enough, even with all that, you don't like feel exhausted by any means. You both definitely get to that of this huge like orb, pretty much proceeding to see it closer. Seems to be like that of a floating piece of terrain that seems to be growing that of many different kind of plant life, as you can see more of these sprite-like creatures inside that of this bubble, essentially. He pretty much proceeds and says, "All right, it's time to get shooped."
Come again? Is that a euphemism?
What? What's that?
Did I shooped?
Yeah,
So
look, watch me.
Is that...
He goes and kind of like walks over next to the bubble, and he goes, raises his arms, and goes, "Shoot!" Woo! As he pretty much proceeds to get sucked up by the bubble itself, like within mere moments.
I am pretty sure that's not a safe activity to do.
No, I wasn't.
But I don't think we have any other choice given the surroundings we're in.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna like tiptoe closer, just arms ready, and just like shoop.
You get swooped up by the bubble.
Shut up for once.
Shidori, do you also
Sure.
you also get
Yeah.
shooped? And however you guys want to say you do, you come out of the bubble on the other side on the terrain. However, if you have a bad landing, it's fine. Just know that you guys are in the bubble now, as Mr. Root's there. As he goes, Mr. Root knew you guys could do it. You see? All you had to do was shoot.
I will never talk about this to anyone again.
Hello.
Why not? This sounds like it was a fun time.
I'm just gonna look around, like, all right, what's the best thing to do post shoop then?
Well, my Tingle told me to bring you here, which I assume that means that you need to talk with, that the gardener. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Who's the gardener?
Well, she actually goes by O Gardener, but
What?
she's person you talk to here. She's that lady. She's that lady right over there. As he points over to somebody that seems to be tending to that of what seems to be a nice kind of plant growing. A nice kind of like plant growing from there. From the area. It looks like she's kind of using kind of some type of watering technique, but she's not using any type of watering can. Unreally known and unsure, you do look around to see this place does look like a pretty nice garden of different variety of like plant life. You would assume, even if they are in a weird shape, way, or form, considering that you would almost say it's almost dreamlike or unnatural. But you see the person that's been attending to that of this garden seems to be that of some type of almost fawn-like humanoid creature. One that seems to be holding that of a plethora of uh, different kind of sprites that look a little bit more formed and shaped, going around that of the garden here and there, proceeding to take out what seems to be almost nasty-like spots on any of the trees, on any of the trees, any of the plant life and stuff like that. And overall, she kind of looks over towards you guys, towards you two, and she proceeds to give that of a smile and a wave over.
The audacity to be
Um,
from this fucking game.
Excuse us, young lady. Can you tell us where we are here?
Huh. She proceeds on. She proceeds on by saying, "Why, yes, hello. You both aren't from here. Understandably so, and apologies. But needed you are. Very, very so. Not understanding, I don't either. But important for you here it is, I tell. Be this my garden, see that of nature. Feel its ease. May you take a sit with a nice breeze." She kind of like says that, pretty much kind of like insinuating to take a seat at what seems to be like that of wood and wood and grass woven tables and chairs. Well, one table and chairs. Sitting at a nice spot under the shade of a garden. Shade of a tree, I mean, in the garden. She sits you, assuming you guys sit down or not in either case. Mr. Root will definitely take that of one of the seats very happily. I love sitting. You, outsiders, and have reasons to be here. I am O Gardener. Pleasure to make acquaintance, but not the reason you are here. That reason I cannot reveal, but for a wait, for the time of to wait, is now. In this time, I will try and answer any questions you have. Yes?
Okay. So to get things straight, because Mr. Root said we were perhaps dead, we're not dead, right?
She looks over to Mr. Root. Well, maybe. I don't exactly know how you got here. Usually, people outside come from not being alive, something like that. If you ask me, you're more likely alive than most, but no guarantee. I will also mention this place is special. You two, I believe, are somehow unique. That is a blessing everyone should have in their own hearts. But for you two, that could mean many things. Mr. Root's like, I'm special, right? Yes, Mr. Root, you're special. Yay!
You can see Snorri rubbing her temples, muttering to herself, well, this isn't getting anywhere. And then proceeds to look at the gardener again. Okay, so you said we're here for a purpose. Important purpose that you can't tell us. So how do we know what purpose we have to do to fulfill if we don't know about it?
Time. Time is all. Patience, virtues, and very nice have. What do you do with your time? How important is it to you? What is it like
Sure, you
having
can go
that
next.
Well,
a fleeting life?
well, given my mission and why I am here, not here, but in Ionia, is to find a cure for myself and also finding the strength to face whatever is threatening my homeland. So I rarely indulge in any pleasantries outside of focusing on pushing myself forward.
With no time to relax. It sounds perfect honest to me. I can see why you have out of a broken soul. And is with that you hear that of the bells start to ring from the outside of the spear almost. And I say the bells not like you knew that there was any, but it's just what it sounds like. As she gets up and goes, come on, Mr. Root. It's time for us to go. It is their time now. Mr. Root's like, oh, okay. And proceeds to get up and walks with her out towards that of the bubble as Mr. Root pretty much waves a really friendly goodbye wave and pretty much raises their arms and you get swooped.
They must be all crazy.
Just like Tuli's just like looking back and forth, like I don't feel that answered much.
With that,
Are all Ionians like that?
But a percentile. I wouldn't say all. It. Don't. It's not quite Ionia, really, is it?
It's certainly not Freyard. That much I can tell. It's lacking the eyes.
Well, yes, it's definitely more light shirt weather, certainly. Do we
So?
attempt to shoot again, or
no,
I mean, they didn't
you
say
guys
we should
hearing
follow.
that of the bells toll, it getting close. It pretty much sounds like that of the echoing of the bells as it gets closer and closer. You guys had time to talk for a moments, but as the bells get closer, you will see, uh, that of a bunch of these little guys. These little, white, some white, some dark, some just completely see through, almost ghost like miniature creatures. That of what you could only guess to say being that of some type of sprite of sort, or sprite, or like a small spirit. And it's a swarm of these that kind of like form together. I don't know if you know exactly what I'm trying to get for an example here, but if you think of like a Gears of War, like
Yeah, I wanted
Locust
that
Swarm,
too.
where you get like a
I
whole
don't think so,
bunch of
but
creatures all
it looks
together in the air
fancy.
together. They're pretty much like flowing through the air. That's what they're kind of doing right
But
now. As if
yeah,
there's that
but
of
I
like
think
a
it's
mass,
quicker
um
to go on the fancy quest
that of a mass of them,
because
pretty much going towards
jumping is slower than
that
moving.
of uh the spirit self, proceeding to kind of pierce through pretty easily. You will see, that of these creatures come together before you and pretty much form form some type of entity before you. uh this entity before you, as it unravels that of a bunch of these different sprites, you will see that of someone who is uh not large sized. This would be considered a huge size creature. Uh, that of a elderly looking woman who has flowing, unnatural hair, almost like more sharp and pointier ears, um, and a lot of almost grass, or I should say, earthy like features, as kind of like dressing as in like to dress up in. Obviously that of longer limbs and longer fingernails as well, but they have that of a stare, or like that of a deep gaze, amongst that of their very dark, deep blue like eyes, that a very unnatural void behind it that sees that of both of you. Well, does anyone want to give me a warm welcome?
Uh, Greetings. I think it's only customary to introduce ourselves. My name is Snorri from Freyard, and that is Julie from, where are you from again?
I'm from Ionia. Hello.
Um, she proceeds on. Uh, she proceeds on and say, "Oh, that, oh, that's right. You neither would know nor understand me." As it does sound like she does have an echo behind that of her voice as well. That kind of sounds like it's slightly a different language, but you can't really hear it too well. Um, but she pretty much proceeds on and says,
Why?
in either case for you, I am of something of a higher essence, that of a grand essence here. Here, yes, being that of a sort of dreamscape, you could call it, but yet a realm
Oh well.
of the dead. I am that of the Sprite Mother. And with that name, she pretty much is revealing that she would be that of almost like a, I don't want to say king or queen, but kind of like that of a queen of this world or realm, uh, in a sort of way. So do with that information as you will. I'm also going to mention there also seems to be that of down a couple of these guys. Some very small creatures that seem to also be kind of surrounding you guys a little bit, at least towards that of your hair, as they proceed to look like they start to try to braid it. These seem to be like small, very small, like pixie creatures. To be that of very pink, almost lotus-like uh, style of wings and kind of a green like essence to their skin, but that of a multitude of arms. Just that of 4 arms, but enough to help that with that of taking care of your hair. They look to be giggle. They look. They sound to be giggling and look to be having fun while doing it. Don't mind that of of the children. They do love that of mending. At least that of whatever they think they do. They're cute.
Snorri bows a little after hearing that she is a sprite mother. She has no clue what a sprite mother is or does, but given that in her culture, war mothers are the leaders of the tribes, uh, she has respect for her. Like, a sprite mother can't be too much different to a war mother, probably. I don't mean to be rude or anything, Sprite Mother, but the gardener said we're here for some reason. Do you perhaps know what this reason could be?
Of course I do. I'm the reason I called you here.
Oh. So is there anything we can help you with, or?
Of course. That doesn't mean you will.
We can try. If, I'm sorry. I consider myself not the fastest thinker, as you can tell. But eagerness I can provide in spades. I'm quite good at following a task so long as I'm directly given what the task is. You see.
You see, just the thing that I would like to say and start off then here is towards you. Truly, you were never even supposed to be here.
I hear that a lot.
Oh no, I mean it quite literally. As weird as it sounds, what you. How do I put it? I called the one that mind was reaching out. Points over at Snorri. But it seems that of her own doing, perhaps, of natural or unnatural ways, seems to have dragged you into here.
I am sorry for the circumstances. I have no idea I called him in here. I have no idea what's going on in any case.
Well, that's just the thing. I have my own reason, which I will get to, I promise, dear. But for now, I think into getting into earning that reason, you need to understand yourself a bit more. It seems your soul is damaged, but not in the way that you may think, as it is infected. A soul with slowly poison, that of corruption. Do you feel the change?
I'm not too sure how I can feel a change in my soul, but whatever it is, it seems also to be affecting my body. And she raises her blighted fingertips that are spreading towards the palm. I'm pretty sure that is connected somehow. And, you know, it is kind of worrying.
In what way does it worry you? For I see two ways you could go about it. It is if you want to hear what a old lady would have to say.
I was taught to heed the advice of our older tribe members, for they have seen more than I did in my life. So I would also heed your advice.
Then heed you should. For whether it is your choice in the future were to change from an answer from now, for whatever other reason, you are special in your own way, and special in a way that affects everyone else. You may not know it or understand it, but this infection onto that of your soul, you must choose later
It's grass.
on whether to embrace this power, little by little, and let it corrupt you for the greater good, or let it not beat you, nor let it tempt you, and overcome such said challenge. Only if you would want to do that in either way. Because to start that own journey, you would have to seek out someone of great importance, a great master per se, that would even be of interest to you, Tuli. I've seen your dreams. I know what you might like. And that would be for you two to meet a great warrior called Jax. He might go, though, at this time as Jax, though. He's a Grand Master at Arms.
Huh. I ran into one of his apprentices once out in the desert. She, It's nice to have a bit of consistency. I wasn't expecting something I'd be familiar with.
But I don't
I
like
am
snow
glad
cone,
you
actually.
find some familiarity in this. I have never heard of this
Snow
name
cone, actually,
before
not
or his apprentices. In any case, where would we find him? Do we have to go back to the desert, or...
That is not an answer that I have. He is what seems to be on his own journey. Whether it be by coincidence in the future or be forced out. May you find him in the future. That is, if you're willing and wanting to do something, at the least, about that of your problem. In either case, that was just a small gift of guidance from Mother. For now, I have that of the true reason I have called you here, to give you that of a warning. And maybe with that of being fate involved, maybe it was meant to be heard by both you and Thule here. But you both. I would suggest to heed my next words very wise. Heed my next words very wisely. Yeah, it's wisely. I will copy and paste it here, so you guys will be able to see it. But I am going to just say the message here, as she gives you a warning, as she says, "Something unnatural approaches, beyond the sickening waves and terrors of the deep. Afraid you may be in darkness, but fear will only cause a lack of judgment. May the light of your souls be your shining guide to carve a new path. Steel your resolve. Change the outcome." And with that, she says, and with that, I'm gonna put this in here. There you go. And with that, she then proceeds to say, "And with that is my warning. Whether you heed it or not is up to you, but we are now running out of time. Or already have. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye now." As she kind of waves you guys off, as you feel as if you get shoop from that of the bubble directly out, not specifically going out of the bubble and just like shot out in general. I mean, like, you get swooped out, and in that immense amount of pressure, as you close your eyes, you proceed to wake up, and pretty much both of you proceed to wake up in an almost cold like sweat. Before we get to you guys, though, I am going to do a small little bit here. You guys wouldn't see this, but I like to imagine that this is a small little thing that happened right after you guys had left, as you guys got swooped out. That of the spirit mother proceeds to look off onto where you guys had been sent out, without really holding a sway of her moment of her head over. She proceeds to say something aloud. "You know, dear, nothing would have stopped you from at least saying something. After all, you look terribly sad to see them go already. Lilia," as the dream sequence will end there. You guys wake up from that of cold sweats.
Julie's just gonna like sit up, just gonna be, oh, God. and then look down at the scar that's still there, like, oh, damn it, I was hoping that was the dream.
Snorri, on the other hand, is a bit less dramatic in her awakening.
Yes.
She basically just
Yeah.
goes sitting up straight in her bunk and doesn't do anything or say anything immediately. Instead, she just stares at the wall,
Nice.
contemplating whether what she has seen was indeed like real, in the sense of being of importance, or if it was just a silly little Ionian dream. But she would have to consult Julie later on to clarify if that was indeed real.
I'm pretty sure everyone already got their long rest, so this is at the time that everybody can start doing some stuff now.
Oh, nice. Um,
Preparing for that I would say that of this new day along with anything you guys might have for an idea today. Zutark is signed up for that of his redemption match, aka he's trying to earn some money. So that'll be definitely a main focus that we'll get into here today.
nice.
But after, but pretty much not like super shortly, but pretty much shortly afterwards, then we would get into that of your guys' champion fight. That of a amazing battle with whoever might be left for that of the champion fight, in the threes for that of the item prize set in particular. If nobody's got too much to do or say, then I can continue on the next scene here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so
I'm gonna send you money.
So everybody here, because like I said, pretty much everybody chose short rest the first time, got their long rest in, got that the new day going here. You heard that Set will still be watching today's matches, which is pretty exciting to hear. And on top of that, you guys are pretty much preparing for that of your day in some shape, way, or form. However, I am going to mention, in kind of like not really like in the kind of dorms area, kind of where you guys have been, or should I say it's like mini apartments or however you would want to say it for these rooms. Melis goes out and whatever he may be doing for the time being, he proceeds to see as that of somebody's waving over to him, proceeding to pretty much almost like an invite into that of their room. What seems to be an invite.
Okay. Do I see who is waving? Do I see
Yes,
who
yes,
is?
yes. I'm trying to get the picture.
Oh, okay, cool.
seeing that of a wave as an invite from that of a very stylish looking guy that you've already recognized to be that of at least Noxian. Um, Proceeding to have that of a slick kind of pompadour as with that of their of a weird cheesy smile. Yet you can see that they've already been battered and bruised in a lot of areas. Um, Potentially because of the arena fights. Maybe it could be something else. Who knows? But they wave you. They wave you over.
Oh, sure. I'll go see what the guy wants. Do I recognize? These I recognize these Noxian. Do I recognize who he is specifically?
Give me a this guy specifically. You can give me a history check.
Sure. I will do a history check. To history. Okay, I do have some bonus in history. Normal roll. Oh, my dice. Oh, there we go. Okay, 14. A little laggy, but it got there.
Sorry, there we go. You do not have the specifics. You do not know who this person is, but you do know a small few details, being that of the person in question here is that of at least you don't know if they are like active, inactive, like you don't know anything about it. You just know you've heard the name before and you've seen that the way he looks and everything. That is somebody who would be named Dashing Dandy, who uh who was a soldier in Noxus.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then I'll go to where he's waving me over. He waved me into like a room or something so we'll talk. Is that what you said,
Yeah,
right?
he's pretty much like
Okay, yeah.
he's not being subtle about it either, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I will follow him. I'll walk up to him and follow him into the room, I guess. I have no problem with that.
You follow him into the room as he kind of like squeezes by you to kind of like close the door if you allow him.
Yeah, I'll definitely say we can close the door, sure.
You know, I was being told you were going to be a lot harder to kind of get a seating with.
Well, I don't be too worried about you right now and what you could possibly do to me. So I'm not too worried and not too afraid to come and meet you in this room.
You got some nerve on you a little bit. I give you that, but I'm not really one making the shots here anyway, so that's not for me to really say. As he kind of kind of nods you over to like continue into the room.
Yeah, sure, I'll follow him into the room. And who do be making the shots around here?
Uh, can't really get into too many specifics, but if they want to explain things, I'll let them explain things. Just know, I'm just as important as everyone else is around here. So I'm a pretty big deal.
You don't say.
I do, and that's why I say remember to treat me with some respect for your elders, you know? Sorry, I said elders. I meant to say superiors.
Oh. I mean, I do, treat my superiors with respect. If they are truly my superiors, the randoms or deserters, I generally try not to associate with.
He kind of like doesn't really say anything. He kind of just leaves it at that, as as for a few moments, as he proceeds to say, "You want something to drink or not?"
You know what? Sure. It's evening time somewhere in the world, right?
He shrugs and gets you a drink of probably something that you would drink or not. But as he proceeds to do that, you look into that. You're in that of the actual bigger part of the room, looking towards that of two people. One to be sitting on that of a chest, the other one seeming to be sitting on that of like a dresser, who both seem quite, I'd say, have quite an intimidating presence about them. Not that they're intimidating you specifically, more just that they would be intimidating with the way that they kind of look. As you will see that of two feminine like figures here. One to be that of a very sharp and sharply dressed uh uh female masculine feminine beauty. There we go. Feminine beauty that seems to be that of a, probably you would guess to be about like 5'8", 5'9" height. And with the way that they even look, they themselves don't look like they would be anything even over 100 pounds with how light they seem. And she's just kind of twirling some daggers without that of actual like handles, and that of her fingers at the moment. With the other one,
Okay. I was yeah. Who was the other one?
with the other one, she would be she would be the one on the dresser. With the other one sitting on that of the chest, that seems to be kind of looking at that of their weapon a little bit, but you can't specifically tell that they're looking at it, because when you look over and look at that of their face, um, it does kind of seem slightly covered by that of the by the immense amount of pretty much hair that's been kind of come from the back to the front, which seems to be a silky like white and silver hair with that of some red kind of strips in the front. Uh, what seems to be a more heavily dressed, even though it seems to still be more leather like gear. Um, More heavily dressed, what you would guess to be some type of Noxian. Um, the weapon that they seem to even be holding and at the moment somewhat polishing seems to be a weird, uh, kind of like double-sided nunchuck harpoon. Now I know that was a lot of words, but it's because it's like
I got it.
she's holding because she's the heart there's a harpoon edge that goes to a chain that goes to some place that she could grab that goes to another chain, and then part of the chain that she can grab is also like uh also doesn't have spikes on that side, so it's kind of like she's got a lot of versatility. You can tell with this weapon if she would be allowed to use it, but polishing it looks like it would take ages.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Well, so what do I owe the honor to meeting with you three here?
At this point, you get that of your drink, and you get, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Well, we simply heard something of very high importance. between us. This is coming from the blade with that. Sorry, this is coming from that of the girl with daggers. You seem to be in contact with some important people of that we may or may not need to discuss some details about. You do have the time to
Um,
chat, right?
um, well, I mean, I have time to chat about a lot of things, although I'm drawing a blank on these important people you're talking about. I mean, clearly you don't mean like the bartender or the broker who's been taking all my money,
Oh,
do you?
please don't try to act coy with us. Why do you think we're somewhat of a connected network around here? We hear around, we see things, we know plenty of things, and we've seen just how around you've been with that of some certain guests here. Now, I come with you with just a simple offer if you'd like to hear.
Well, I'm always welcome to discuss offers.
She says, she says, fantastic. I knew we could have a discussion. I'll make it very, very simple understanding here. You see, us three are competing. Yes, we're competing for that of the item. This prized item. That is just so graciously being put out there. And we got to find out today, after a little bit of networking, that we'll be the ones to be having our champion fight with them. Now, the thing is, I come to a kind of understanding, and I think of myself as a very understanding person, considering you're amongst them. Now, I wouldn't be so bold or brash to come to you without any sort of way to interest you either. You see, simply, I want your team to lose. Lose for us, and you will have that of less injuries to have to deal with, less struggle, and potentially that of some coin and favors. as the one behind you, a little bit on the chest, has that of a bag of what seems to be like a hefty bag of something. As she goes, as pretty much kind of holding it out, not fully holding it out towards you, but like just holding it out in general. As the one with daggers proceeds to go. Now, obviously, I'm not going to make you just do anything. However, since we're on a tight schedule today, I will need a decision. 100 gold and a favor from us. Think of a potential allies. And the fact that she started, I will say, the fact that she started at 100 gold, most people, even like this is just common knowledge. Most people wouldn't start that high up. At least potentially for this situation, from Anoxian to Anoxian, she wouldn't start that high up. This is probably a sign or some meaning or saying that whatever this item, this prize being, may be of a higher importance. Whether that matters to you or not, who knows?
So, you want me to betray the people I've been working with?
Oh, I never said you had to betray them. You could just convince them.
Yeah, but I mean, they have kind of done some great things out there, some not so great things. So it just feels a little bad for the soul to stop it, to stop their progress. But your deal is enticing, though. I gotta say though, it's like I feel like you maybe all didn't quite exactly do your research properly.
She raises an eyebrow.
See, I've had plenty of opportunities to do some of the things you're kind of mentioning throughout my life. And I've always, for the most part, known where my loyalties lie. And this deal just doesn't sit right with my ideals. Not with the ideals of the bearded lady that I worship, nor with the ideals of the Pillar of Noxus. So either way, I'm gonna have to decline this offer. And in fact, I'll even do better. I'll even give you all an offer. You can either willingly forfeit your match, or you just won't be able to make it to your match.
And what do you mean by that?
Hold on, where is it at? Let me find it in here. Do. This is here. No, there it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Do I have this prepared? Yes. Oh, this can only get 2. You know what? That's fine. I'll get 2 people. Wait, how long does this work for? Oh, no. Okay, cool. Okay. I am going to cast at 5th level.
At 5th level?
Yeah. I guess I gotta pick 2 people because I can only target 2 people. I will pick. Who do I think was the most threatening out of these? We're gonna get this dude because I'm definitely not dealing with that. And I'll target her, the one that's talking to me.
All right.
With banishment, they must make a charisma saving throw or be banished.
Doesn't Spanish only last for a minute?
Unless their space is occupied. Then they just don't return, if I read that right.
No, they reappear in the occupied space left on or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. So
yeah, well then it says
somebody.
I guess so.
So if somebody walks into the spot, it's like, say she was sitting on the desk, you banish her from that desk, she'll either reappear on that desk, or if somebody took her seat, she would pop back in like next. The only time it permanently banishes somebody is if they're not of the native plane and you hold it for the full minute.
Oh, that's what it's saying. The otherwise too. Okay, I did read that. I thought it was saying the otherwise to the.
Then it's basically just either you temporarily get somebody out of a fight, or you remove an enemy completely if they're extra planar.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. I was definitely reading the grammar on that wrong then.
Yeah. Creative idea. Unfortunately, banish doesn't work the way intended.
Yeah, I know it was like temporary, but I was like, oh, there's a way to make it permanent because what is it? Okay, then. Then no, I don't want to do banishment then. If that's the case, then. But how big is this room?
They could the room somewhat barely kind of fit you guys originally, so like probably like 15 feet. Like a 15-foot square.
Interesting. Oh, that is not enough. That. So it's like 15 by 15 by 15, like 15 feet tall or so?
No, it'd be like 10 feet tall, but like 15 feet wide.
Okay, then, okay.
The thing, but there's not a lot of spells that work for containment for a super extended period. The only one I can kind of think of that could potentially work here is Wall of Force, but that's like I'm pretty sure only like 10.
No, I don't think that really worked too well.
It's very like a lot of containment spells. Like the only spells that hold somebody down really that last for a while are charm spells. They're the only ones that kind of hold, because then like you're controlling them for hours, but even then you can only do it on one person. Upcasting might be most fun, sure, but like yeah, not a lot of restrictive spells that go for obscenely long time frames.
How soon is the match?
You still have to go through Zutark's match first, so not like soon, but like it's probably within the next few hours.
That's a little too long for this as well.
It might just be a case of we gotta let him fight.
Okay, then a couple of hours is a little too long for this other one. So in that case, I'll just say, well, I mean, it could be very problematic if you go to the fight already bruised and injured. Then you're just for sure going to lose. Or I mean, yes, you could attempt to fight and more than likely lose them. But I think it would be just best for everything and everyone involved for you all to cut your losses where you are currently at before karma catches up. Let's just say.
She seems very confused for a moment. If this is your attempt at trying to intimidate us, I believe you very, very much sucked at it.
Fair enough. I've never been one to really try to scare people off. I am the medic, going around and usually trying to save someone's life is my ideal. Like I'm trying to do with Doris right now, really. There is some people here that have plans in motion that you would probably not want to get involved with.
I could say the same thing towards your group, but since you don't want to listen, then it seems like we're at a ends meet ends here.
I mean, I guess so. So what's the plan here now? You all just keep me here? Or do we just
Why would I do that?
walk away from each other?
You may leave if you wish. I'm not going to stop you. All I can say is once you've walked through those doors, though, you will have a new target on your back. I won't say it's from us, though. Ta-ta.
Oh, well then. Excuse me, y'all, for getting y'all's future loss. But I will take my leave then.
Alright. With that, the scene will come to an end here as Melis walks out from that of a strange meeting. As you had a pretty cool idea there, I give you that. Unfortunately, though, the wording on banishment, it did not come to meet's end. If you were somehow able to teleport them just very far distance away, I would have laughed.
Yeah, literally, if I took Dimension Door, that is a potential option. Because all I have to do is just touch somebody, and then just, you're now over here now. Have fun.
I had another option, but it was like it wouldn't have lasted. It only lasts for like 1 hour, and I was like, "Ooh, a couple hours away is a little too long." I could have polymorphed one to like a frog or something.
Then,
Yeah.
the time that we still have at the moment, you guys, as a group, can say anything or do anything as you want at the very moment. Though the fight for Zutark is coming up pretty much right around the corner, so I'm gonna set up that scene here as you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Just for a moment.
Yes, gives you Turk a prep talk. He needs it.
A prep talk.
A prep talk.
Okay, pep talk, you say? Interesting.
Yeah, prep talk.
Is the range on this? There's not a range on this. Hell yeah, right. So you're like literally about to head into the venue?
I would imagine, yeah.
Cool. Like, Julie's just gonna sidle up alongside you and just be like, alright, Zutok. Thing is, last time you got unlucky. But the thing about luck is, doesn't tend to happen that often in a row. So if you just smash that little bit harder, aim for the squishy bits. I am going to use offensive maneuver. And then hopefully there will be enough of the minute when the thing starts and he might get a turn or two out of it.
unfortunately, I think by the time a minute passes, by the time at least by the time the raid starts, so unfortunately, I can say that that would not work here.
You know,
Which
I
you don't,
expected like the
which
intros are going to be way longer than a minute,
which
but I was still like the squishy bits.
which you could tell
What's the
him whatever,
range on it?
which you could tell him whatever, but like you can't use it. Well, I mean, you can use it if you want, but you don't. I'm telling you, you don't have to use it here.
Worth. I mean, it doesn't cost me any. It's, nah, all good then. I was hoping it could linger to maybe like turn 1, but that's all Gucci. No worries. If anything, long dramatic intros preferable. So all good.
Yes. Don't worry, coach, I got this. As long as they don't have punchy, shocky fist again.
Is that a bit of fear? A bit of fear from Zutar?
Fear from Zutarg? Never.
Concern, maybe.
Concerned baby. Then
More like apprehension.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure this is the first time in the game, at least to my knowledge, Zutark has fought an enemy that he can't just face tank the punches of. It's the first time he's been punched by somebody and had to go, oh, that shit hurted. More than it should have.
oh no, guys, that shit hurt. Then without further ado, I will say Zutark. Zutark, you will walk your mighty walk into that of the challenge ring, seeing up above that of once again Set watching down towards the matches that was rumored before. Nobody else on his side today, it seems, but seeming slightly uninterested, he sees down towards you a troll of interest, baby. Who knows? What side would you like to spawn in on?
The left side.
I'm a bet 15 gold on Zutark.
Fuck it all in on Stark.
Alright.
I would suggest putting down those amounts, whatever you guys are willing to put it down somewhere you can. But as you guys are putting those amounts, I will say you will get that of an introduction, of no introduction this time, as usually Master Singwin or that of Set would usually give that of one. It doesn't seem like there's much interest in the air today, as uh, or at least in the air at the moment, as you come out from that of one side, boom, 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 banging that of maybe your weapon as you're ready to proceed to try to fight, battle, whatever is gonna happen here. Not thinking about whatever happened last time. Last time, probably obviously just a fluke. Not just everybody can do that type of deal. As you proceed on into the arena, ready. Um, I would put on music, but I'm going to say after I reveal this person, we're gonna go on break here. As coming from that of the other side, uh what sounds to be like that of just a small couple of clinks of footsteps, um from what you would almost guess to be maybe just a small bit of armor. You're not too quite sure, but doesn't seem to be something coming out. It doesn't seem to be a creature coming out to be just as large as the size as Zutark or anything close to that. Instead, this looks like just a medium-sized creature, that to be of a normal like probably 6'1" tall humanoid creature who seems to be in a strange type of mask over that of their head. this strange mask over their head seems to almost be like that of a luchador mask if you were to try to like say what type of mask it is. So let me actually get this. Here we go. Looking uh looking at that of both of that of their mask and somewhat costume alike, along with it of that of a more slicker black and red like silk, along with that of heftier what seems to be like metal, almost iron gauntlets almost, uh that he kind of holds onto a little bit as he proceeds to walk into that of the stage. And walking into that of the stage, what anybody would be able to see if anybody was would be looking would be seeing Set looking over not at Zutark anymore, but that of more interested in this fight, considering he sees that of this other person.
I'm so sorry, Zutark. Pack it in. You're fighting Batman.
What's a Batman?
So I kid you not, I'm gonna also tell you right now. Um, I can't do it specifically before. I can't do it specifically, but I'm gonna try my best. He basically does actually have the voice of like what you would kind of think of Batman. He doesn't go that deep, but he definitely goes deep down there. Um, so I think that's just kind of funny. But I will say, as you guys are preparing up to fight, that of the announcement of the fight comes out. That of Zutok the Headhunter versus the Old Timer. And with that, we will take our break. Small bit of a break. We'll be back.
It's like I'm looking at this image
as we come back up. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh. I hope you don't get vengeance too hard, Dark.
As I'm setting up the music here, I'm gonna let you know that this grizzled man here seems seems to have an almost unclear intent or aura around them. As you know how you'd see their face and you see like shadows where their eyes are. You can't really specifically tell what he's thinking right now, but he seems to be in a ready kind of stance to fight with no words said, just straight hands. Uh sorry, just yeah, there you go. Give me your initiative roll.
Mm-hmm.
As the rumbling from that of the hammer, or not the hammer, mace, or sorry, club being smacked down, I assume from Zutark, it is your turn.
Alright, hang on. It just cut out, so I gotta refresh real quick.
Understandable. In the meantime, I try to get this voice down. I'm assuming everybody also is spectating today. Cheering on your friend Zutark.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
He said he got it. Is it all better now?
Nope, I'm still trying to load in. Try doing this.
I don't have anything extra else going on here, so I think it should just be the normal loading. Do you want me just to keep going with it for now?
Yeah, just go ahead.
All right. I assume. What would you? Well, actually, I only want to assume. What would you like to do? I also asked. I assume you just want to run in, rage, and attack, or are we doing something else?
No, just rage and attack.
All right.
Yeah. For some reason, it's just giving me... Oh, there we go. Okay, now it wants to load. Alright. Come on. Right. Yep, loading, loading, loading.
There's the rage, followed in target.
Why is it taking so long to load?
Sorry, I had to fix this. Okay. Bring that of Monica down. The first attack, the first strike being a natural one. Oh no! He shifts to the side. He shifts the attack pretty much more so to his side as you bring down that of Monica. But I assume that you have that of the second attack. So
Mm-hmm.
being that of a 20 does hit. That's without it being 21 damage plus rage damage. 27 points. 27 points of bludgeoning damage as you proceed to as you swiftly kind of put your weapon to the side with a nice kind of movement, even though he's that of a smaller sized creature comparative to you. You confused for a second. You just kind of swing back that of your club. Unfortunately, he feels out of the. He still kind of like braces it off, but he feels out of the impact this time. Looking like he might have chipped some parts of his armor, or I say armor, more of like gauntlet. I assume that's your full turn.
Yes.
All right then. With that, the old timer is going to pretty much stay in your range by pretty much kind of like walking all the way behind you in a swift kind of motion, and proceeds to swing into that of your side here. With that, with that of his own attack, his unbreakable fists. Uh, he does also have that of extra attack.
Mhm.
I see. The first attack being a natural 20 to be a 29 to hit, I assume hits. And
Yes.
the 20 I also assume hits.
Yes.
Okay, so with everything in that, that should be. That's
Or
30.
luckily, it's all bludgeoning.
That's 33. That's 33.
Right.
Halved.
That's 30. Sorry, I was trying to think. Yeah, 33 damage. It is technically magical bludgeoning, but I don't think rage matters for that. So,
Yeah.
either way,
Of course, it's magical bludgeoning.
Doesn't matter for barbarians. Barbarians stay
I
true
could
to
tell
all
you.
physical damage.
I can tell you what he has is not an item where you think it is a class feature.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's
you
probably
take
a monk.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So that 33 gets turned down to a 16 for you.
No, because it's magical.
No, barbarians don't care about magic. any physical damage, they have it.
Yeah, he gets that, but I think he means he doesn't get the boots.
Ah. Well, still 16 anyway. The 33 cut down in half. 16.
16, and then the 15 damage.
It goes to
Which
7.
would be 7, yeah.
So that's a grand total of 9. That's like 23 damage, I think, total.
Right, right. So he's gonna spend a key point to make 2 extra attacks.
As a monk does.
Imagine that.
He said, "Imagine that."
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, he hits me once.
He proceeds
I
to
just like
seem
it-
like he was going for a devastating blow on the first one, but instead it's more of a feint out or parry out, as it looks like he lost his footing for maybe a split second, but he definitely proceeded to fall back for a second as he went for another punch.
I just want to point out the gloriousness of those 2 rolls. You had a crit and a 20, then a nat 1 and another 20. You got you got a maximum and a minimum, and then 2 11.
And then 17 bludgeoning that gets reduced.
8.
And 9.
29, yeah. Wait, no, 8 because it's 17. Unless we round up. Half of 6 because you'd go to the next one, which is 8.5. So if you round down, that's 8 because 6 is divided by 2. If it was 1 higher, it'd be 9.
It's fine. And with that does end his turn, as he proceeds to say, "Son, it doesn't seem like you've got any spirit in you." Zutar.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna hit him back. We're gonna reckless attack him because he's angry.
He said reckless attack, even though you just saw what he could do. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got to. I don't. Okay. This one we will go ahead and also use a lifesteal as well. So we'll do normal damage. And then it's 3d6. Okay, so I would heal 5 off that. Actually, not, because it deals 86. I really heal. Oh no, wait, it's D8. That's what I thought it was. Okay. Ignore that one.
Okay.
Alright. There we go. Alright, so I'll heal 8 hit points off that.
Fair enough. You undo the last. You effectively undo that last punch you took.
Alright, and then second swing.
Did you remember to roll rage for your previous punch?
Oh yeah, we do rage damage as well. Damage. Oh, 1 whole damage. Awesome.
I mean, hey, damage is damage.
And then, bam. Cool. And then rage. And then bonus action, swing again. There we go.
Hey,
Is reckless attack not a bonus attack?
Nope, it's just part of
that
the
was just a
feature.
thing.
Okay.
It was just a thing barbarians do. Because it has the caveat of, with the caveat of it being that they can just do it, turn it. The enemy then gets advantage on them.
20.
And then,
Don't you have brutal critical?
yeah, so I need an extra.
Did you get extra at this level? Okay, you're level 9.
Yeah, so I have an extra 1.
But
No, I have 2 extra.
yes, that's 2 more d10, and then you roll. And when you do your.
You'd also crit on your rage
And-
damage. because
yeah,
it's
so you
also
roll-
dice.
You
Yeah.
roll crit rage, and then another 2 dice for that. Then 2 more d8.
There we go. So that's 10,
27.
27 plus 25.
Let's see, that becomes 4. That's 40. Then that's 52 damage you just did. That's just with that
Yeah.
one bonk. You still got the other 2.
No, that was my 3rd attack. That's my turn.
Just is 52 from just that one. Then you've got to add previous 2 on top. That's a lot of damage.
You proceed to, in a kind of small fit of your rage, proceed to pretty much, blow for blow, put in that of a good bonkening of sorts into that of this old timer. He seems to be like repelling off the blows for the most part, but it looks like his arms become more and more kind of shaky and unstable as they pretty much you see the armor of the gauntlet started to be tore off, and the kind of fatigue this man looks like he is dealing with at this point.
Zootark mad. Zootark gonna crush you, old man.
He kind of looks at you, uh he looks at you, takes a spit of like spits out just a little bit of blood and goes, again, not filled with any spirit, only heart. Got nothing behind what you gotta give. You need to work on that, kid. As he proceeds to say, sorry for what happens next though. As he is going to proceed to lay the schmack down.
Yep. Give it to me.
Unbreakable fist. And I think he has advantage, right? Yeah. It was just the first
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah, he has advantage on every
all
hit.
attacks.
It's straight up for reckless. Is the barbarian gets advantage on all their attacks. Caveat: all their enemies have advantage on them till their turn again.
Okay, so the first one misses. So it'll take 8 damage.
And then he will get that of his it's this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Then you'll get that of his two I think it was, I believe they would be considered no, actually I have to read that then. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure something. He proceeds to, after trying to hit that, two of his blows, one that seems to be not not a really good blow, as you don't even need to defend that one much, as it feels like it really wasn't much of a punch in that one, as it was almost like a feint, as it was almost like as if it was a small feint blow going into a second attack, which actually hit one of your weak points on your side. You though he seems to look a bit tired at this point, he proceeds to kind of shake himself up a bit and proceeds to say, "Fine. Tougher than I thought. So I hope you can bring it." And then he is going to proceed to use his bonus action to rage.
Hey, that's my thing.
This is like a calmer rage, but he's raging. And that's his turn.
Alright. We're gonna smack him. We're gonna reckless him.
Oh no, not
For
red.
32.
19.
I think that's a crit for Zutard.
Oh yeah, that is a crit for me. Wait, you're right.
Hey, and you've got your
I-
free charge back, so you've got your rune.
That is true. I do crit on 19s.
Give him the Ultra Bond.
Yeah, so I gotta re-roll the damage on that. Okay.
If it doesn't show, it's because the attack that you didn't press the attack with it, which is usually what would show it.
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. And now my rage damage.
Don't forget you have your brutal critical dice
Yeah, so 2 more d8s.
and 2 more d10s. You only rolled 2 on the first on that 19 you got earlier.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to roll those. So 9, and then 2 more d10s. Okay, so 20.
21 plus 11, that's 32. Plus,
Plus 29.
plus
Okay. Now, second attack.
another crit.
Oh my goodness.
Go down, you son of a bitch!
Oh my
Doesn't
goodness.
Zutark still have a use of his rune thing, that life seal?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the healing on this one.
Did runes crit?
Wait, hold on. Did you already use a rune?
I used
You
one
used it
rune
last round.
Last
Last
round?
Used
round,
it
yeah.
last
Fine.
round.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be. So do runes crit as well?
Yes, anything that gets rolled into the singular attack for the crit is considered like, as long as it's rollable, it is critable.
Alright, so I'm gonna heal 15.
Yeah, you heal 15.
To 88. Then rage damage.
Then
And then another
you-
2 more.
Yep.
And then 2 more d10s.
I'm just curious. That damage. 24 plus 12, so that's 36. Then 10 plus 9, so that's 19. 36 plus. Okay, that's 55 from just your bonk. There's the extra 31 from your rune.
Yeah, and then my bonus
That's
action attack.
That's 80.
Does the rune add the
God
damage?
damn.
Yes, it has base 3d8. And then I crit, so it would be 68. And I got 31
roll the
damage.
You remember to roll your brutal critical dice then.
Yeah, so 81
Every-
damage.
If you rolled 2d8 for your rage and then another 2d8, you have a third set of 2d8s to roll.
For my rune?
If it's 3d8, if the rune is 3d6, when it crits, it becomes 66.
Yeah,
Or
I did.
if it's and then you have your extra two dice from brutal critical.
Oh, so yeah. So another 9. So
That's the wonder of a barbarian. They only get 2 attacks, but they have the ability to crit fish like crazy and then shit like this.
yeah, so 94 damage total.
I honestly feel like Cooley's just watching this fight and is just getting Vietnam flashbacks from the barbarian radio.
Yep. And then my bonus action attack. And that's another crit.
3 crits! God damn!
So you're talking a mission.
Oh, I will say, I think on that you will proceed to get this fight, but for a different reason that I'm sad about. So, on the first attack, especially with these crits you're rolling, on the first attack, doesn't quite do it. You're doing some good damage. You kind of broke into that of his side, but he seems still kind of somewhat stalwart. Proceeding into that second blow, though, you just proceed to let out that of your fury, bringing down that of the club kind of in a diagonal way into his kind of like shoulder, as he unfortunately does take that blow, which would normally put him down. Except for the fact that, if I can do this. Except for the fact that, he has the special feature called Boy Get Up, as he would proceed to get back up again with that of his HP here. But unfortunately, you put in that of a third strike now, as he is unfortunately going back down.
Bro had the anime MC power up to get the third round, and Zutart just said, fuck your protagonist status and slammed him in the board again.
You want me to keep doing the rest of the damage?
I mean, I just tell you right now, you wouldn't kill him, but you can definitely down him.
I mean, I'm going to, yeah. So 2 more d10s.
And then it's 68 for your rage.
Yeah.
Homie here is called the old timer, and everyone treated him like an old timer for a reason, I guess. He goes
Okay,
down.
I'm just gonna count up all the damage. 20.
Yeah. That is indeed my turn.
Yeah, he is down and out for the count. With that being said, he seems like he would have had some maybe wise words or some type of wisdom behind it, but he just was not able to keep up with the fact of maybe it's the fact that you're more young and spry and maybe twice his size. Maybe it has something to do with maybe he's just not meant for fighting as much as he used to be. But this old timer has been quite literally knocked out and with a few broken ribs, amongst other things that have been shattered due to the club smashing.
Yeah.
With that, of
Zutak
the
would Zutak would like step his foot onto his back and just like beat his chest. Do you see now? Zutak not weak. Zutak strong.
Zutark, don't know how much damage you did that round with those 3 crits.
Is it close to 300?
You did 207 damage.
Yeah. Hey,
And
he
that's
was
just
angry.
one. That's in just one round. You have probably done over 300 damage.
Yeah. He's angry troll.
As you proceed to pump out that of your chest, showing that you're the better one, you proceed to see that of the basically like small infirmary squad come in to pick up that of the body you are standing on.
Zutak would kind of just like push him away with his foot and then begin to walk towards the gate.
Fantastic. And with that, uh, Zutark, with all the bets, especially with the fact that it's kind of silent around here, it is crazy for that of this rematch here. Is considering a lot of people were expecting that of the other side to win. Anybody who made bets on Zutark will get that of 5 times of their earning, or 5 times of whatever they put in. I mean, Zutark yourself, you will earn that.
Okay, all right.
You will earn that of 50 gold yourself.
Yay.
Nori is working her way out of being poor.
Yes, just bet on the mad troll.
Nori luckily didn't gamble away her entire life savings.
I mean, it paid out. I blacked out and I didn't get how much I got in return, but I know it is a
You got-
win in my book.
You get what
20
you bet times 5. So if you put in 5, you would gain 25.
You
Wait,
bet
wait.
24.
If you
Where's
bet,
my
like, 20
phone? Is it
You
enough
put in,
to
like-
buy boots?
You put in 24 gold, correct?
Yes.
What,
So you
120? That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, basically.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, you'd have like 120
trying-
gold total.
Unfortunately, trying to get anything at the shop at this point in time would be a little bit of unfortunate timing, as you guys pretty much is match again proceeded right after that of Zutark's here.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. It's money I can spend later. Like, next time I get the chance.
Yes. I did it, guys. I did it. Zutak strong. Zutak strong again.
I will also mention this just to put it out there. I know I said this was like a new day, but this day has already been going on for a while. This is why you had a lot of time earlier to shop and do a few other things. but this day has been going on for a while, so I'm gonna say it is starting to near that of dusk, I believe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
late night fighting.
And with that being said,
this
you
is-
guys,
Uh,
you lot that are in that of the group of three may proceed into that of the arena.
I think our team name was like the Stormborn or something like that.
Brother, your team name
I
say
have
whatever,
no
John.
clue.
Thule, I did it. I did it, Thule. I redeemed Zutark's name.
Julius is gonna like
Zutark.
high five him on the way through like the tunnel on the way to the arena.
Did Zutark do good? Zutark
Zutark
made
did great.
Zutark the strongest troll.
Yeah. I definitely
Julius
want
is
to
gonna be
build
like slapping himself in the face behind the mask. All right, in character, in character.
I definitely want to build myself a barbarian again at some point. I miss the head empty bonk good. I've not played one for a while.
I just want the big numbers. That's all I want.
I mean,
Playing barbarians are fun because it's like you don't have a bunch of complicated features to worry about. You are just I punch you in the face. If crit, do big crit. If not, just roll. That is it.
I feel called out. I do big numbers if I can, but I have 5,000 feats and traits to keep track of, and if I look down the level up lane, it's only getting worse for me.
Yeah, I'm a spellcaster and also a dragon. I have a lot of things in my command. Troll barbarian is just the simplest form of just your head empty. You don't need to worry about complexities. You are here to punch people in face.
Did you like my fighting bird lady?
I am very much proud of you, Zudak. You did well. The whole arena was
Yay!
ringing with the sound of your new club.
Yes, it made loud ringing sounds when I bashed his body into little broken bits.
You heard like sound of the bone cracking.
Like I said before, you guys can put yourselves on the map on one side as you wish.
All right.
We going on the left side or right side? Which side we going?
I was just following Tuli.
How do I untilt my pog?
I think it's control, then scroll wheel.
Uh,
Or like hit scroll wheel.
How much money did Melis make off of his bet this time around?
I currently have 400 gold.
Damn.
So I think I made 375 total.
What did you bet on Zutark for that fight anyway, or did you bet on the other guy?
No, I bet on Zutark. I bet 75 gold. I always bet on Zootark.
Okay. So, you lot here going into that of the arena. Going into the arena, you three, once again being given that of the announcement of these, these lot, whoever they may call themselves, come back into the arena for that of a champion fight. Some of the first up contenders and runners up for that of the prize. Let's see how much they're willing to fight for it. As we come to see from the other side, that of a distinct three. Ones with names just as fancy as their moves. Dashing Dandy, Dame the Despoiler, and the Elegant Edge.
Or just hearing the names does not look impressed.
Here we go.
Like,
and they pretty much come out together, and pretty much go and say, "We are that of Dame Dashing and Elegance. We are the Flawless Execution." As their team name.
Thor will lean to Julian Snorri and whisper, "Thou shalt not underestimate the Dane. The introduction is not that impressive. is not that."
I think it's a bit pretentious.
So, here's the thing. There's gonna be we're whew, we're getting into some things now. As you guys are all prepping up, readying to fight, you're going to hear that of what sounds to be you're going to hear that of what sounds to be some whispers in that of the crowd for one reason or another, obviously. But you all ready yourselves up to fight. And instead of just getting into this fight, I want to ask you guys to give me that of pretty much your best, aka roll me one attack or spell that you're wanting to use here.
I was going to ready action for the start of fight greater invisibility in myself, just so I have my extra damage. So then I was going to, when actual combat started, I was going to then do missile. That was my plan.
Um, I'm gonna have to say no, only because I wasn't just having people just ready their actions this whole time for all this, so you would have had to do that as like your first action.
Yeah. In this case, because I do not know what potentially may happen, I'm gonna just go all in with a fourth level magic style with the empowering, and I'm gonna shoot the girl who introduced their group with the bolt. Why not?
Okay.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. So it is 3 at base.
This includes both into you, Chuli, and Snorri, and what you guys are also wanting to do.
I think I'm gonna open strong with this one. I think while they're all clumped up, I would probably open with piercing lightning.
And I would have used a darkening runic shot if I am allowed to.
I mean, go ahead and put it in chat, whatever you're using here.
Awesome.
Board. Okay, I believe I did my math right here. That's 59 force damage. And it just goes through unless they have a shield spell. That is literally the only counterplay. Or counterspell. So those are the only two counterplays.
Why? Doesn't make sense.
That nat truly Snore just got nat 20.
Does
you're
a
energizing-
crit hit?
May as well energize shot as well, get the big mega arrow.
You know, always the times where don't announce anything else.
It's like
Man,
If
I'm
you get a crit,
happy. I'm happy you
you're-
got a crit, but I'm also sad that you got a crit.
Why?
Because you're gonna understand
don't-
what I'm doing here very soon. As
Please
You-
don't.
as you guys, being that of starting with, I'll go down the list here, for proceeding to, ready yourself, shooting that at the start of the match, that of what seems to be purple
Nah.
light darts,
I've had enough of this.
that proceeds to aim for
Man,
that
this is
of
tilting.
of elegant here. Elegant proceeding to kind of shift around, try to dodge that.
The
But
funny
some of
thing
these
is, I
missiles,
tried it on
Oh,
the
some
ships,
some of
like
these
10 times
attacks
in a row.
still proceed to well, they all do, but just not in the way that you think they do. They all proceed to still kind of hit certain marks and areas on that of elegant, as she is pretty much dodging that of your trying to dodge that of your magic missiles at the moment, as you're somewhat trying to keep her busy. Julie, you proceed to see somewhat of an opportunity, at least good enough to hit that of these two, I assume, and proceed to shoot out that of lightning. Want to explain that one?
Yeah. So Chuli's just gonna like do a kind of like a twirl of the spear. As he does so, magic energy is just gonna radiate through it until he shoots it off from the spear tip with a thrust in an arcing thunderbolt. And I
Proceeding
look forward to
to
being disappointed.
proceeding to pull back, pull back that of a almost strange like striking stance, as that of the sound of lightning being kind of cackling from that of the spear proceeds to shoot out as you shoot it out forward straight at these people, as uh as the one below, so that would be Dane. Dane would pretty much essentially proceed to dodge it and start to kind of run up closer, ready to kind of swing that of a weapon at somebody. Unfortunately, Dashing Dandy was not able to dodge the lightning that quickly. He is partially, maybe because partially he's already injured, or maybe the other reason just because the fact that he is he's not good at his job. In either case, Snorri proceeds to shoot that of her arrow that's been enticed in that of a some kind of darker shadow, shadow to it, proceeding to shoot off a very accurate shot, going pretty much pretty much what would be considered going for the head almost, proceeds to give that of this person here a very deep scar as you have pretty much shot an arrow that has not specifically pierced their eye, but has left that of a mark on their mark slash injury towards that of their eye, blinding them. And in the midst of all this, though, as the round has pretty much just started and everyone's proceeding uh, on into their fighting techniques, their fighting style, you all kind of come to some sort of pause very shortly, because you all hear in that of the background an intense voice, one that sounds extremely unhappy. Oh, come on! I am done waiting! As you hear a couple of people saying a few words, going like, no, stop. He's gonna, and then you see that of a huge like fish man, in a almost strange yet extravagant like cape and top hat, almost suited up, jump into that of the arena, landing down, creating an almost shockwave uh, around him. And you get a very angered voice back from that of Set, who's watching down into that of the arena as he goes. Now, who the hell just broke every possible rule and thinks that they're about to get away with it? As the one yelling back is that of this guy who announces himself, that has jumped down in the arena of, it's I'm Jack, the one that's gonna be taking over. After I beat that is of you, of course. I've been going through all your stupid rules, followed them, and I still haven't gotten my fight, and I've been waiting. Well, I'm duff waiting. I'm here for it. And at that same point, he then proceeds to even kind of give a very mocking tone that's like very silent in that of the entire place. To like, I'm saying like it's hearable in the entire place because of like how silent it got. But he pretty much proceeds to go, or else are you just scared? Beast boy bastard. You see looking up that of Set proceed to with no words at first, grip that of the railings that he has in front of him, crushing them as he proceeds to say, first of all, nobody calls me that. I am Beast Man Bastard now. As he proceeds to jump down into the arena, also making his own kind of entrance. Everybody here can start to feel, as well as even see that of the potential bloodshed, aka anybody who's in the arena should probably get the fuck out.
Or we'll kind of just actually let me check my spell list. No. The core will just kind of just teleport out, looking to the person who we just barraged with a swarm of magical bullets from his maw, and will just say, "We will continue this another." It seems as he teleports way out of the arena.
Who was it that was blinded? Was it Dame or the other girl?
The other girl's one
was-
I shot. I think it was
it
the
was
spear girl.
Dane. It was Dane down here, who she is technically blinded from that of the arrow, but I've pretty much more so marking it
Yeah.
as she's only like half blinded, but does have like an injury now.
Cool.
I have 30 resets
Let's see.
since we started hunting.
Everybody clearing out of the way
Oof.
very swiftly from these two.
But it's
You
needed to
see,
hit it.
they basically, in like that, JoJo kind of way, start to menacingly walk towards each other. The immense amount
Or
of
no.
pressure and bloodlust, just maybe even anger that comes out at this point in time, is nothing to be snickered at about or anything like that, as you can tell just from your kind of spectating areas. This is a potential bloodbath that might happen here. Everyone in the arena can feel it. Everyone that was in the arena felt it even more so, as they kind of almost felt like an instinct of move out of the ring or potentially die. Jack, at this point, smiles, though, with a very toothy grin, as he will proceed to. There we go. As he will proceed to grow one size category larger, as as everybody would be able to see that of like a fury and a bloodlust in his eyes. He proceeds to then basically lunge and rush towards that of Set, proceeding to bring out that of no actual weapon, just that of his actual fist and his beastly like form. As he goes for the wild swing, everyone can see the powerful kind of wind pressure from it, from kind of like the blow coming in, as it seems slow enough to be able to easily dodge for some people. However, Set himself does not seem to move out of the way. He actually goes for his own attack, going back for a blow. The blow meeting each other, but creating that of a huge kind of shock wave, so intense that people in the actual like arena could feel the air. Set has essentially matched that of this attack, looking like a Goliath versus David situation, except with the sizes here not mattering, as that of the huge fist of the fishman here has been pretty much stopped at the same point as Set's own fist. Both seeming to be unyielding. At this same time as this is happening, you guys more so specifically, I say you guys specifically, but this is just happening in the background so more people could hear it. But I'm saying it more so for your group. Your group will also hear at the same time happening. It what seems to be more in the background, a almost small scuffle between an injured old timer and that of a hot-headed woman who seems to be holding guns. Who seems to be holding a gun to the back of his head at the moment, or not to the back of his head, to the front of his face at the moment. Whoever that may be, who knows? Considering we will also see, at the same time, to add into everything else that is happening, anyone with a passive perception of at least 16 will also see some guy getting his pocket stolen.
Let me just check real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, by what I mean by pocket stolen, I mean there seems to be a crying, upset Vastayan, aka Rakan, who pretty much just got his pocket stolen by this kind of fish guy.
No, my passive is a 13.
All of this happening, uh, uh, and all of this happening here at once leads everybody still to come back and see what is going on in that of the arena, as there's one thing to kind of go here. Sorry, a second here. Good enough for me. All right. As you guys will proceed to look back towards that of pretty much, I would say more so towards that of the fight itself, except it's not the fight that gets your attention. It's the fact that everything here swiftly comes to a sort of end because of one significant event, that of a dark and black like mist that comes and envelops the entire area within mere moments just as dusk hits. That of everyone's attention being pulled specifically up above to where Set's chair would be at. Uh I say chairs, throne. Where's that of Set's throne would be at? That of what seems to be a bone-chilling terror. A soft, whispered yet loudly echoed rattling of footsteps and chains emit from an entity that looks down on everyone with a head held slightly high, smooth and gothic designed gold and blue uniform. Uh, Dark braids that wave in the air and blue eyes that emit a stare deeper than any sea with a smile that would even make a demon king jealous. He holds up his lantern as the shadow mist emits from it. He seems to cause an immense amount of darkness that the darkness that moves from the darkness from the lantern itself and of that of the Lumian mist surrounding that of everybody here, um, as panic erupts in general.
I saw that.
Julie, do you think this is what this bright mother meant?
Oh, you know, I dare say yes.
Now,
And I'm just gonna ready the spear.
we'll get to that. Just hold on a second. You guys all together proceed to feel like you were in that of obviously that of the arena stands and stuff like that. So the area might feel a bit different, but nonetheless, you feel as if the shadow and the darkness that is enveloped over all of you, uh, proceeding to uh, essentially form an area around you. And I'm just going to tell you right now, this is essentially what will be happening with other people as well, as that of it almost strange like bubbles would be forming around people in the way of a almost shadow and green like mist. Except it's not just specifically that of a bubble. but more of a cage. As I switch everyone onto this map here. And in this huge light cage, and I say it's not necessarily huge, but in this cage, you feel the immense amount of undead aura. More so towards, I guess, that of Melis, but just in general, the amount of death and stench in the air is quite obvious. Looking around, obviously there isn't really much to see past that of the shadow, of the dark, shadowy like mist, which proceeding to still have that of what seems to be darkness and green, and a kind of dark green going through it. Though forming together, it seems like it's just that of a bunch of almost souls, it would seem like, forming this mist. Forming this mist around all of you, though. You are all met with two things here. One, one being this one. You all could however you would proceed to form yourself, however that would go. We'll figure that out next time. But for now, you all proceed to kind of form up in a kind of group together, of maybe trying to avoid that of these lines of the shadowy like mist, and proceed to see coming out from, almost as if it was like a portal from each side, something appear out from the mist from each one of these sides, all looking to be very similar. So it would be like the same type of unit, yet all of them do not look very friendly, to say the least. Give me a second.
Or we're just looking for the party. Well, we've got some exercise to get in, it seems.
Wrapped up in that of a dark blue like mist surrounding that of all of these plate armor and plated up uh spectrals of sorts enter in throughout that of this mist, weapon ready, weapon prepared, basically ready for that of a fight. And this will lead us into the second thing that I wanted to do here, and say, uh this scene here is going to happen for every this scene is going to happen whether you guys care to listen or not, or whether you guys care to listen or not, because these essentially soldiers here will proceed to fight you even during it, as uh as you will start to hear that of a voice coming through from that of the other side. By the other side, I mean, like, it sounds like it's coming from the mist, but because it's coming from the mist, it sounds like it's coming from the outside of this cage, but it sounds like it's coming out from everywhere, as you will hear that of the shakier, the voice that kind of almost shakes you to your core a little bit. Uh, I can only do this so well, so I'm gonna try. But you will proceed to hear that of the voice that echoes. Ah, champions of Runeterra. So vast, so blind, and so vulnerable. They thought chaining me would end it all. That sealing my body would seal my will. These fools. Chains are but threads when pulled with patience, while they squabble over kingdoms, gods, and their oh so righteous causes. I've been listening, watching, from the shadows of shattered realms. I've learned the truth they all fear. Power does not corrupt, it only reveals. And what it has revealed to me is glorious. This realm is fractured and frail, clinging to hope like a child to a tattered toy. But what if I could offer something more? Not death. That's just crude. Not even undeath. How? Pause. No. I offer a new freedom. Imagine a world unshackled from consequence, from fear, where souls need not cower beneath fate or gods. I will break that cycle. I will burn the roots of this rooting tree called Runeterra, and from its ashes raise something new and eternal. The Sentinels thought they liberated me. In truth, they unlocked everything. And now the lantern no longer holds the souls of the damned. It holds the future. So pray, Ionia. Run, Demacia. Struggle, Noxus. And hide Azan. When the last light fades and your heroes lie broken, remember this day. This day will mark a new beginning for all. Your new story. This is no ruination. It's your salvation. And with that, we will end today's session.
Of course, this is by another megalomaniacal being who got power. And the world would go is only go without having multiple egotistical maniacs. You only have the void of it.
Nice. And with that, I will be ending the recording here. Thank you everybody so much for being here. Hopefully, Story's voice is gonna get better because my voice killed me today. So, goodbye.
Bye bye.